friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, this just doesn't work. Well, I'm home actually doing a whole bunch of work here at the house and things, which is great because I need to get caught up, and I mean, it's just kind of getting crazy. We are literally 3 weeks and a day away from the draft. We will actually be in Dallas 3 weeks from today, pulling up with the RV, and man, I got to tell you, I can't wait. But in the same token, I've got so much stuff that is going on. We're still working on where we're going to be parking. At the moment, at AT&T, RV parking is lot 14. They don't know exactly for sure if that's still going to be the case for this event because the NFL basically is taking control of the draft from the Dallas Cowboys because it's not one of their games. So I won't find out for sure till like Monday or Tuesday next week. Just got finished talking to Mo, who is a shirt company who's going to be sponsoring our event and things and helping out with Jobu t-shirts. So we're working on making special shirts for this event, the Jobu's Draft or Bust Tour, and we're listing all the great people that are part of this, from Vash Lombardi and Law Nation, my man DMV Dallas Cowboys and E2 Blue, Shango, all those guys are going to be on that draft shirt because they've all been part of it. Ari Tempkin from ESPN Radio and stuff like that. So we're working on those shirts, and I want to know if any of you guys are interested in getting one there at the draft or ordering one because I got to pay for these things, and I'm going to probably be ordering about 50, but I want to know if maybe I need to order a few more. So hit me with an email, cowboysmark at gmail, cowboysmark94@gmail.com, and let me know if you're interested in getting one so that way I can kind of get a rough count on what we need. But I want you guys to understand something. When I do these videos and things, they're pretty much done in the moment. There's no screen card. I do have a little note thing here to give me topics and stuff that I sit right in front of me, but most of the time that's blank. And when I talk literally off the top of my head. Understand there's a lot of shit up in my head here. And I make mistakes all the time. I think this morning I said Aaron Hernandez instead of Will Hernandez, okay? Understand, I got hit in the head a lot in football. Had quite a few concussions. Hell, probably have dementia beginning to set in. I'm so old. So understand, I am going to make mistakes because I don't have, directors that are here with a sign that says, say this, like ESPN. I don't have a room that's going to cut and make sure everything is perfect or do a couple of takes. It's one take. So understand, I will make mistakes, okay? Have fun making fun of me and stuff. I am a name butcher. I can't pronounce names, so forgive me. But here we are. And I had a deja vu moment today. When the Ravens announced that they were signing RG3, or RG Knee as I like to call him, when I did a post, I wanted to have this picture of Jobu from Redskins training camp where RG3 is coming through. And I was going back through my Facebook. Facebook I've had since, 2011, 12, whatever it is. And before I really did a lot of stuff on YouTube, I did everything on Facebook. And there's literally thousands and thousands of pictures in there, a lot of them of great fans of people that I've met. Because whenever anybody's ever come up to me and said, what's the deal with the doll? I'll always say, that's CowboyJobu, and he's here to spread some good mojo for the Dallas Cowboys. And now, you are part of the story. And so I would take their picture and I would share it on Instagram or I'd share it on Facebook. Because literally, they are part of the Jobu story. So I was going through today trying to find that picture of RG3. I'm going way back through all these pictures and stuff. And I came across this post. Before I did all the videos, I used to write for Cover 32. And I used to do blogs on Jobu's page, my thoughts. And that's how it kind of evolved into doing this. It's actually a hell of a lot easier for me just to get out here and talk and make my mistakes. I don't have to go through and get my wife to proofread it and correct all of it and then post it. It's instantaneous. It's right now. But I came across this post about Arron Donald and realized this is deja vu. I've literally been saying the same thing for years that you win with the line. I know I'm a defensive lineman, and I believe that having defensive line is the biggest bang for your buck. You can get a great cornerback, but if your linebackers stink and your defensive line stink, it's not really going to help that much because they'll throw it to the other guys. But if you get a great pass rusher or a great lineman, he's now putting pressure on the quarterback, which means it's less time that your cornerbacks, all of them, have to hold up. If you get a great lineman that you've got a double team, he's occupying two guys and keeping your linebackers clean so they can make the plays, because most defenses are designed for the linebackers to make the tackles. The defensive linemen are there to keep the linebackers clean, to occupy space and hold the line of scrimmage. If you get a guy in the middle who can do that, who you got to, the offense is to worry about that guy sacking the quarterback, that means they're going to put two men on them. That leaves somebody else free. If you get a guy in the middle who can hold the fort down, that means your quarterback can't step up in the pocket. He's got somebody in his face. He can't see necessarily the receivers. And that means your outside rushers have a better chance of getting that sack. His numbers may not be phenomenal in the middle, but he's making everybody else better around him. And that's what I've been preaching forever. And here was Arron Donald in 2014. And this is exactly what I said. Because I know I'm just a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. What do I know? Fixing the Boys. Hello, friends. Jobu the Fan here with my second installment of Fixing the Boys. Any of you that know Jobu know he believes in pass rush, something we've been sadly missing the last few seasons. And of course, we're not missing letting the dogs out. Not sure he'll be there at 16, but Arron Donald will be a great addition to our defense. He's 6'1", 285, a little undersized, but has a hell of a motor. He ran his 40 at 4.65. His statistics are fantastic, having 28 tackles for loss and 11 sacks last year at Pitt. What's even better? He's not damaged goods. Yeah. Can you imagine? He was gone by the time we got there. But could you imagine if we had Arron Donald, the Defensive Player of the Year, in our defense? You can imagine what our defense would have been last year with DeMarcus Lawrence and David Irving with Arron Donald in the middle. Yeah. So, me and Jobu were spot on about that guy. I still feel the same way today, 3 years later, 4 years later. Again, dementia setting in. That's why I'm high on Vita Vea. And I know a lot of people say, oh, he's a one technique guy. You know, Rod Martinelli doesn't value a one technique because he's only going to play 2 downs. But here's the thing. Vita Vea is going to be an Arron Donald. He's a freak of nature, a guy who's that big. He plays a one technique, but he's really got the skill set of a 3 technique. He would be the Warren Sapp that this defense needs if you're going to stick with the Tampa 2. And you're going to get the biggest bang for the buck. If you put him in there with a David Irving, you put him in there with a DeMarcus Lawrence, you get Collins in there healthy, that front line would be hell on earth. You'll be able to shut down the run, and you'll be able to put plenty of pressure on without having to blitz. He'll be able to keep your middle linebacker clean. I'm telling you, that will be the difference on this team. It's something we have not had in forever. The last really good guy we had on the defensive line was Jay Ratcliffe for a couple of years. And before that, it's back to our Super Bowl days. You can draft a Calvin Ridley if you want to and continue to have the great offense that fails when it counts most. In December, in January. You can't keep doing the same thing we always keep doing, and that is neglecting the defense, and especially the defensive line. If you want to win championships, you go out and you find an Arron Donald or a Vita VA from the middle. And that's my reasons why. I'm hoping that we go for the immovable force on our defensive line. We'll have to see what happens on that one. Tonight we'll have a video up with Vosh. We're going to be talking about who he thinks the Dallas Cowboys are going to get in the draft and what direction they may be going. So we'll definitely be talking about that. And don't forget, let me know if anybody's interested in ordering a shirt for a special for the draft and so on, so I can start getting an account. In fact, if you want to even order some, we'll start taking orders for those as well. Trying to spread the mojo and everything else, and we're excited about the draft coming up. As always, friends, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. And it looks like Michael Anthony Fitness needs to let the dogs out. I'll see you soon. Hello, friends. Cowboy Jobu here with an unsolicited opinion on the Jobu wings. You were saying about the wings?
The wings are the best I've ever had. Hands down. Awesome.
Okay, well, we've been passing out our recipe. If you actually look on our YouTube channel, we have all the recipes for all this stuff on here.
With the women, with the ladies.
You know that. Okay, slide in a little bit here. Okay, all right, so on 3. Okay, get in there, man. Okay, we're gonna do How About Them Cowboys. Okay, all right, everybody, on 3, How About Them Cowboys. 1, 2, 3.